Hey there, Michelle here from Marketing with Michelle, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about time management. Hopefully some of these techniques that I give you will actually help you out a lot in your business. I know it has for mine. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I still struggle. I still manage to waste time, but yeah, these definitely help a lot. So here we go. So how effective are you with your time? I hear a lot of people say, well, the only reason they're not succeeding, other people are, is because they're only doing it part-time, and, these people that are making, thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars that are doing it full-time, so, there's no way you can possibly do it. Well, I believe if you can't manage to build it part-time, then you're never going to make it full-time. It might sound a little harsh, but I mean, you should be, if you're doing it part-time, you should be getting somewhere in your business. You obviously just can't be using your time as well as you could be. So, I mean, just for example, how many times do you check your email a day? Or Facebook, or, go on YouTube and, or even just webinars, watching training, but actually never putting anything into action. Texting, watching TV. You'll be surprised, if you actually track your time, which I suggest you do. Just do it for a week. Actually keep a log of everything you're doing, and I guarantee you're wasting a lot of your time. It's good to learn, it's good to watch training and stuff, but if it's not going to help you in your business or help you get closer to your goals, make money, then, I mean, you shouldn't be wasting your time on it. I mean, I'm not talking about spending time with family and stuff. I'm talking about all these other things that, you could be giving up, if you're really serious about your business. So, I mean, after going through all that and tracking yourself for a week, then ask yourself, are you really using your time effectively? And I will pretty much guarantee you that your answer will be no. I don't know if you've ever heard this saying, but I mean, it's so true. Parkinson's law states that work expands so as to fill the time available for its completion. So, I mean, this happens all the time. Basically, just however much time you have to do something, you'll find that you'll use the entire time right up to the last minute to finish. I'll give you an example. Back when I was in university, going for my psychology degree, they'd give you like a month to do certain papers that were quite full on, and guarantee it would take an entire month for me to get it done, right till the last day when it needed to be handed in. It wasn't just me, it was everybody else, all my other fellow students, and that would do the same thing. And one day I forgot completely. I just completely forgot about an assignment. It was due, I remembered about 7 o'clock, I think, in the evening, and it was due 9 o'clock the next morning. I'd had a month to do it, but it just got away from me. I just completely forgot. So I managed to get a 4-week assignment done. I think I went to bed about 3 o'clock in the morning. So what's that? 8 hours. And the funny thing was, when I got it back, I got an A+, and the teacher the professor had even commented on how much effort and work I'd put into it. And I mean, it just goes to show you, you see it on those renovation shows. I don't know what ones they have in the States, but here they have shows like The Block, and they'll have a week to renovate a room, and it always comes down to the countdown, 10 seconds, and they're just putting the finishing touches. You guarantee if they only had 6 days to do it, they would be finishing in the last seconds on the 6th day. You just always fill that time somehow. We're just great time wasters. So how do you go about managing your time better? I mean, after you go through and you identify, after you have gone through and tracked your time for a week, and you can see where your time's getting wasted, you should be in a better frame of, in a better state to actually implement this. So plan your day the night before. I do this. I always know exactly what I'm going to be doing when I get up in the morning. Otherwise, if I don't, I'll sit there and I'll muck around and, you know, waste an hour thinking about what I should do first. And I usually put these in, when I plan it, I try not to add too much into it. I always put the high priority ones first, you know, like writing emails or making videos, because it's just the quietest time for me, you know, before the kids get home. And so yeah, you know, you just, however you want to write it, whether you want to put it in a notepad or use Google Planner or whatever, just write down exactly what you need to get done for that day and make sure you do it. So don't add a crazy amount of stuff if you know that you're not really going to be able to do it. So you should be able to just get straight up and straight into it, you know, no thinking necessary. And obviously turn off all distractions. Just don't even, you know, don't worry about Facebook and email and everything else. Just focus on what you need to do, and then you can do all those other things later. The second thing I do is, it's not really, I mean, batch processing obviously, you know, applies to computers doing certain tasks, but what I mean by batch processing in this sense is, say, okay, I'll give you an example with my videos. What I'll do, I'll go through and I'll do all my key research. So I'll be like, okay, I'm going to spend from 9 till 11 and all I'm going to do is keyword research. And then for another batch of time I will go and just record all the I'll actually make all the PowerPoints for the videos first, you know, so I've got something to read from to spark my memory. So I'll go through and do, like, you know, however many I can in the allotted time, say 10, 20 PowerPoints, have them all ready, so just focusing on that task only, you know. And then I'll go through and I'll actually record all of those videos, you know, all in one batch, and, you know, and so, you know, or I'll block out time for just writing emails or just writing blog posts. And it just seems to speed things up so much more, because you're doing the same task. It's kind of like, you know, driving a car when you, you know, it just becomes automated once you get into that frame of mind. It just becomes a lot quicker. And the final method, which you need to do in conjunction with the batch processing, is something called the Pomodoro technique. What this basically means is you can download this free little app called Cool Timer. I'll put a link below the video. It's free. It's just basically a little alarm clock where you can use your cell phone or whatever, but then, you know, you don't want to be tempted about checking text and stuff on there. But I mean, if you install this little app, you set it, you work in chunks of time. So 25 minutes works really well for me. You know, you can still be focused. So what you do is set the timer for 25 minutes, and you just go through and put your head down, bum up, and just work and do the tasks, you know, no distractions for 25 minutes. Then when the alarm goes off, you go off and have a little 5-minute break, do whatever, you know, little mucking around things that you do, you know, or stretch legs, or go have a coffee or a cigarette, whatever your thing is. And then you start the timer again and work another 25-minute chunk. And you just keep going like that till you've got everything you need to get done. So if you were doing a batch of, you know, 2 hours, then you'd need, you know, like 4. No, you'd need 1, 2, I don't know, my head's not. What is that, 120? You know what I mean. You'd need like something like 5 Pomodoros to get, you know, to fit that in, you know, for your batch processing technique. And then after every 4 Pomodoros, though, you should actually take a 15-minute break, you know, so you're taking a break, you know, at least every hour and a half. just take like 15 minutes and then get stuck back in. And you'll be surprised, you know, if you're just sitting there typing away, and sometimes the alarm gives me a hell of a fright when it goes off, but the time, you'll be amazed how quickly that time goes, because you think, you know, wow, 25 minutes of, you know, just solid writing, you think it's just going to drag, but it really doesn't, and you get so much more done. So I hope that you know, some of these techniques actually work for you. They work really, really well for me. You know, let me know your thoughts, or if you have any other brilliant ideas for managing your time, you know, feel free to comment, let me know. I'm always interested in new techniques, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.